Hello and welcome to Module 8. Module 8 is about overflow and quantum service, or being of service from a place and a cup that overfloweth, not pouring out from your own reserve. So, quote of the day is your frequency in the way you make people feel is your message. So, like I was talking at the end of the last lesson, it's not what you do. Your purpose is not what you do. Your purpose is how you feel, how you make other people feel when you do what you do. So the purpose is to experience the peace, the joy, the love, the connection, the community of life. Let that be your bedrock, your foundation for a full cup, and then moving through that and allowing that to expand into the world around you. So service as an extension of identity. So when we are operating from a place of overflow, peace, and joy, it allows us to be of service to others and be authentic in our gifts and the way we do that. And so what that means is, like I keep coming back to, our emotions and the sensations and expressions that are coming up are just codes. They're just off-gassings. They are cause and effect of how we have chosen to identify up until this point. So if we are not moving from a place of overflow, joy, and peace when we are sharing our gifts with the world, that is going to bleed out into everything we do. And so when we are moving through the world in gratitude and connection to life, it is a felt sense. So a lot of times people aren't going to remember what you said. People might remember what you did, but a lot of times it's the imprint, it's the felt sense behind what I say and what I do, more so my intentions and how I move through life, that leaves a felt sense or an imprint on people that they remember. A lot of times we forget the small talk. A lot of times we can even forget the big talk because it's kind of part of how the brain's wired. But what I'll always remember is the way someone made me feel, and vice versa. When people reach back out to me, thanking me for the work we've done together, or my friends reflecting to me in life, whatever it may be, it always comes down to the felt sense. What is the felt sense behind what I'm doing? So the time for ego-driven work is behind us. The false self and the illusions of solely egoic creation for self-serving purposes is gone. And the more you fight this death of that creation, that self-serving creation, the more grief and the more agony and the more pain and depression or whatever is going to continually show up, because it's these parts of ourselves begging to be integrated, begging to be included and dissolved into outer intention. Next aspect of moving through overflow or overflow and quantum service is resonance marketing and frequency-led offers. So not everyone in this course wants to be a sole proprietor. Not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Not everyone wants to start their own business. A lot of people are just getting in this so that they can have a better understanding for quantum energetics and timeline shifting or manifesting. But if you are in this space, if you are looking to create your own offering to the world, it has to be coming from a resonant frequency that is in alignment with your authentic self. And so marketing from a place of allowing. This doesn't mean that you don't, get a better understanding of marketing. This doesn't mean that you don't, explore these different avenues, say online or in your community. Maybe it's community led and it's all through a network of people you know in real life. But whatever you're doing in your marketing, let that be an echo or an expansion of that same felt sense, so that anything you put out, any flyers, any conversations, whatever it may be, when you can allow it and you can even surrender the marketing aspect of it, of trying to figure out how is this going to work to outer intention, it allows it to work out. So when we truly desire to authentically show up in our service to life, to the earth, to humanity, and to the soul or the self, it always has to come from a place of integrity. It is always integral. And so when we are moving in integrity, this allows us to respect boundaries. So instead of trying to push someone, it allows us to allow others to be themselves. And a lot of times it's just that people want to be heard. They want to be better understood. So as you are connecting with people, potential clients, or even just having these divine appointments, these conversations that lead to soul connections and expansion in whatever direction that is, being curious is okay. Trying to understand someone's situation is all right. Because the truth is there's no real problem. All problems are opportunities for a breakthrough. And so when we can see an integral way and we know that we potentially have something that could be of service or helpful to that person, we know that we are moving in a place of service. We are moving from a place of integrity. But when you understand how to feel into the field or the felt sense behind what people say, you can understand whether someone's no is a no place based off fear, but they really do actually want to work with you, or whatever it may be, and you can overcome these things. Or when someone is really just not ready, they're just not ready, or they're not aligned with your offering, they're not aligned with your work. And so from the place of abundance, you know that there is the right people are always going to find you. The people that were meant to work with you are going to work with you. And sometimes, obviously, it is about them knowing that you exist. So I do think that that's the beauty of like this course, for example, right? If I hadn't created this course, some of you may not even know I exist because maybe I haven't met you in real life or we haven't connected beforehand. But the truth is that I'm not trying to figure out how this course is going to get to you. I'm not trying to figure that out because I'm allowing outer intention to work that out for me. Even in building this course, building this entire course has built itself. I was just allowing myself to be a vehicle or a channel for this information, for this wisdom to come through in my own unique expression of it. Because the truth is that I don't own any of this. I don't own any of this information. I don't own this wisdom. Wisdom is not something that comes from the part of self or the ego. Wisdom is something that comes through. Through felt sense, through love and openness to life, and through experience integrated. And so this entire course has literally been building itself because I haven't been trying to figure it out. I haven't tried to figure out how every step is going to happen. I'm just taking the next step. And so this is the same. The marketing and the frequency-led offers come when you find what brings you to life. What is that thing that brings you joy? What is that thing that allows you to get into that state of flow, that effortlessness, that timelessness, that spacelessness, that information richness, where you just feel like you've tapped into a different dimension and you almost forget about time. You forget about space, and space-time becomes time-space. You step into this easefulness, almost like you can learn at a quantum rate. And this information richness, all the information that is destined for you will find you, and you will remember it at just the right weight. So it's not about trying to remember this stuff. It's not about trying to create. It's just about allowing the creation to move through you. And so creating a frequency-led offer is the awareness that creation happens when we allow, when we surrender to outer intention. So in this awareness, we're not striving. We're not trying to create. We overflow becomes our impact. We create and we share our gifts with other people through a space of overflow. So that's it for Module 8. Feel free to go back and watch this again if you feel like you want to get a better understanding of it. But if not, I will see you in Module 9. Hey guys, David here. So thank you again for tuning into this video series. I really appreciate having you here today. If this information, this wisdom resonates with you, feel free to like, share, subscribe, pass this on to someone you feel like might resonate with this information. As well as I have a option for donations here in the description. And so if that's something you feel called to, the donations really just kind of help further my ability to share this online education and to increase the quality and capacity to continue to do this. So really grateful to have you here and look forward to continuing the journey together.